The interesting thing about wordless storytelling is that it allows the reader to tell the story in their own words. Mr. Waffles, I don't know what to call it. It has lots of dialogue in it, yet you can't really read it. It began in 1993 as a cover that I did for Cricket magazine. A crash landing of aliens in a desert, but when the cover is opened and you get to see the back, you realize that in fact they're very tiny and they've landed in a sandbox. It begins with a cat, ignoring all the store-bought cat toys, except there in amongst all those cat toys is this little ship, which is the one thing the cat is absolutely fascinated with. And so I decided what better model to use than one of my own cats, and I decided to use our black and white cat, Cricket. I liked visually the idea of that big black silhouette. I got this little tiny camera and attached it to a pole that I could hold so I could have it right down at floor level, and then walked around the house all day following my cat. At one point my editor said, "Oh, cats don't walk like that with both legs on both sides moving at the same time." And it was great because 30 seconds later I emailed her a little video of our cat doing just that. Within the story, the cat has real attitude, you know, as most cats do. And I wanted to contrast this attitude with a cute cat name. And then I remembered that a friend of my son's had a cat, which he called Mr. Waffles. The aliens, there's 5 of them. Obviously the cat was going to chase them around and play with the ship, and they would have to somehow get away from the cat. They discover this world behind the walls of the house where all these insects live. There are all these murals that the bugs have depicted the battles that they've had with Mr. Waffles. And so now I had a meeting between the aliens and this bug society. The alien language was really fun to come up with. I have a friend who's a linguist, and she was able to put me in touch with a colleague who was great. One of his suggestions was to actually create compound words, almost like a math, have a numerator and denominator. Creativity, it's absolutely an act of discovery, and I have to draw it to make those discoveries. You know, sitting here at the drawing table, putting pencil on paper, is when these sort of connections happen. There was something about this story that I really wanted to figure out, and it took 20 years. So I hope you all enjoy meeting Mr. Waffles and going on a journey with him.
Oh, that was just funny.